Hey everybody, it's Craig with Single Length School, and I'm back for this is week 4 with Zach from Muscular Style. So last few weeks we started off working with irons, then we went to kind of straightening his shots a little bit. Last week was some chipping and pitching, and this week we're gonna get into the longer clubs, his driver and some woods to kind of help him at least don't take this the wrong way, Zach. Not embarrass yourself in a scramble this week. Um,
Yes, yep, tomorrow.
so we're gonna do a quick lesson to help him kind of fix some things with driver and woods. But overall, Zach, last week we did chipping and pitching. Tell us where you are with that and how that's coming along.
Yeah, no, that's coming along pretty well. Chipping and pitching is a little easier for me to practice. I just set up a bucket at home and I have some like the rubber wiffle balls. So I was trying to chip into the bucket, and I still need some work on it, but it was a lot more consistent than what I was doing before. Before they'd be all over, behind and front. And with this, it was, if it didn't hit the bucket, it was right behind the bucket. So it was a lot more consistent that way. And then I played around with, moving it to the different places so that I could see how that trajectory was. So that's a lot better. Definitely need to practice that. But it's going well. I think of all the things we've talked about, that's what I need the most practice on. And then hopefully straighten out some of these long clubs as well today.
Okay. In general, how do you feel? Because for those that are maybe just watching for the first time with this episode, you came from a background where really your only golf experience was some driving range with your uncle and your father and things like that. You really hadn't had the chance to play on the course and really get into it that much in your past. So how's your game coming overall? What are your scores looking like, or what are you feeling out there?
Yeah, they're a lot better. So just a little background. The first time I played my home course here, we played the front nine. I shot, I don't know what that was. It was like 18 or 19 over. It was pretty bad. The next time was after our first lesson, and we played all 18, and I scored, I think it was 104. I went and played a new course after our third lesson, and I scored, I think it was plus 12. So it was still higher, but it was a totally new course. And usually for me, that gets to me more than anything. So it was a lot better than I expected. So hopeful that tomorrow, this is also a new course. We're supposed to play it, but didn't quite make it out there. So hopefully fixing some of this will help. But I have noticed that I'm confident with almost all of my irons. Some of it does get in my head where like the 4-iron, and we fix this. If you need help with that, go to the last video, but my flight was low. So I think a lot of that will be a lot better tomorrow, but we'll see.
Okay, cool. So what I want you to do, and maybe you can take the tee and the ball and maybe take another step back another yard or so we can see everything there. That'll work.
That better?
Yep.
Okay.
And let's just see 2 shots with your driver here, and give us some feedback after you hit it.
Okay. That was terrible, straight down. Wasn't terrible. I've noticed my flight is all over the place for height. That one was probably 25 feet off the ground and a bit to the left. Want one more?
Yeah, give me one more.
That one a little bit lower, about the same area.
Okay.
But those are only going maybe 200 yards. The best one that I've had that my Arcosis tracked is about 300. So.
Okay. So first things first is with your driver, one of the things I want you to do is take a little bit of a wider stance. Go a little bit wider than shoulder width. Okay. And then the ball position, I want that ball almost like the front of the ball almost lined up with the front, your big toe on your front foot.
Like that?
Yep, something like that. So go ahead and in the meantime, I'm going to have you hit one like this, but I want you to tee it up just a little bit higher as well.
Okay. Not like that.
Yep, that should be close.
Okay.
And get those feet a little bit wider.
That.
Yep.
That one was about the same as my first one.
Okay.
There we go. That's better. That landed at right at the 250 sign.
Okay. So the next thing I want you to do is you got that. Your hips are swaying a little bit.
Okay.
You know, normally with the irons, we have a little more weight on the front foot.
Yeah.
You know, we go about 70%. With your driver, I want you to dial it back to about 60% on that front foot. And try and keep those, try and keep your hips from swaying back when you take the backswing, even if you slow your backswing down a little bit.
Okay. So keep them as still as possible.
Yeah, try and keep them as still as possible.
Okay. Whoa.
Get under that one?
Yes, a lot. It still landed at 200, but it was very, very high.
All right. So now that we've went ahead and kind of shifted that weight a little bit, what I want you to do is now go ahead and tee it a little bit lower.
Okay.
Yep, try that.
Like half a ball?
Yeah, about half a ball.
So my toe at the ball, a little wider stance.
So,
that?
Yep, something like that.
Hey, not too bad. Landed about 250 again. That was a lot lower than the first time.
Yep.
That I got out there. Okay, that was a pretty big hook.
Okay. And I saw right before you took your backswing, you made the adjustment with your hands. One of the things you have to remember with your woods and your driver is your contact with the ball is going to be later in your swing.
Okay.
So what usually happens is you take that stronger grip, and sometimes you're going to get that club head to the point where you're coming through and it's already starting to close when you make contact, and you'll create that big hook.
Okay.
So with your driver and woods, because they're a little bit further up in your stance, you may not have to strengthen your grip as much.
Okay. So just go back to my normal,
yeah,
what
just
I was doing before.
Yep, go back just a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot on your grip. Like what I will do is I will take my iron grip with my driver, and then I'll just rotate just a little bit.
Okay. Let's try that. So normally we corrected me to here, so I'll just go a little bit back.
Yep.
There we go. Straight down the middle.
Beautiful.
Landed about 10 feet beyond the 250.
Okay.
Okay. A little bit more to the left, but right at that same distance.
Okay.
Hooked a little, but that would still be playable.
All right.
Not nearly as far though.
That's okay.
And when is this swing, am I doing similar things that I did with my irons, or do I need to focus on any kind of difference?
Okay, so what I'm working with you on right now is I just want to make sure we're not slicing the ball. We're starting to get consistent contact and consistent yardages.
Okay.
We just lost your feed there, video feed.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay.
So I just want to at least get some consistency right now.
Okay.
And then, so let's see if we can duplicate and get one more here. See if we can get this one similar to those last 4 or 5.
Okay. Yeah. Yep, right at the same area. That one was actually probably landed 265-ish.
Okay. So what I want you to do now is go ahead and tee that ball up, but back off.
Like this.
Okay. So I want you to get in your setup just like we worked on here.
Okay.
And then I want you to take a practice swing. But on this practice swing, I want you to try and keep that left arm as straight as possible, as long as possible, and try and get it tucked up under your chin.
Okay. So coming back like this.
You just got to watch swaying your hips. Yeah. If the more you can create a wider arc with your left arm, the more power you're going to be able to generate from a circular motion.
Okay. Ah.
Yep. There you go. All right, go ahead and whack that one.
Oh, dang. Okay, okay, that was a lot better.
Get a little bit more carry out of that?
Yeah, that was probably like landed at 280.
Okay, good.
Same with that one. Yep. Same. All in the same area too.
So we've added what, 25, 30 yards of carry just by keeping that arm straighter longer?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So as funny as it sounds, I can't get that concept through my daughter's head. She just won't listen to me on that. She wants to bend the elbows sooner. But if you can get that club path and create it longer and feel like you're reaching straight out, what that does is just create a lot of leverage coming through and allows that club head to pick up speed.
Okay.
So go ahead, give us one more.
Wow. That one hit the back of the driving range, which I think is only 300, but it bounced and hit the back and stopped. So
beautiful. So with this, Zach, this setup that you're doing right now, okay, we're going to apply the same concept to our woods.
Okay.
Only we're going to take the ball position and actually kind of put it just inside the left breast. So kind of right around where your heart would be ball position.
Okay. And I teeing this down some?
If you're going to tee off with it, yeah, tee it down. In fact, I've been lately, I've been almost tee disappears into the ground just enough so that it almost sits on top of the grass.
Okay.
So you'll have to play with tee height a little bit, but so take the same setup. We're going to take the same setup, same swing, and ball position's just going to be like if you drew
right here
a line straight down from your front nipple.
Okay.
Just straight down. That's where your ball should be.
Okay. All right. So it's going to be a couple inches inside my left heel.
Correct.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. I usually don't like my 3-wood because it's unpredictable. That was pretty good.
The one thing we've always got to remember is the longer clubs, they're harder to hit because you're further away from the ball.
Okay. And they're not the one length, so you have to learn a new swing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, that was a little bit of a hook. That landed probably 220. Let's try. Okay, that was about the same. That was a lot better.
Okay.
Well, about 250.
All right, good. Now take it off the tee.
Oh no, this will be a disaster.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, it's going to be a disaster because it's in your head. You were just crushing them off the tee. The only
Okay.
difference is you don't have the confidence of the tee under it. But think set up, think of it as the tee's under the ball.
Okay. And just swing the same.
Yep.
Okay. Whoa, that was actually better. Yeah, that landed like 260.
Yeah, it will, because usually when it's teed up, that's why I said I've been teeing mine almost to the point where the tee's gone. Because sometimes when you kind of get into the setup, you'll get into a habit. If it's on a tee, you're going to get under it, where something like this, you're actually going to make a better contact in the center of the face.
Okay. Okay, let's try it again.
That one got chunky on you.
Yep.
Go ahead and let me see one more.
It was a bit right of where I wanted it, but that was still a really good hit.
Good.
Do I want to take a divot with the woods?
The woods are going to be the same thing. If you're going to take a divot, you want the divot to be after the ball, the same as your irons. You want to make ball contact first, and that divot can be anywhere after you make contact.
Okay.
So you may have to.
Before.
Yeah, if you find yourself getting in behind the ball a little bit and taking ground before ball, then all you have to do is shuffle that ball position back towards the middle of your stance, half a ball, maybe a ball.
Okay.
That would allow you to actually make that solid contact before you contact the ground.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and see one more crushed.
Okay. There we go. Yep, that one's gone. That's good.
Beautiful, beautiful. So,
do you want 5 wood as well, or do you just want to use the 3 wood for our woods?
I think the 5 wood's going to be the exact same. So when you practice after we wrap up here, your 5 wood's exactly the same. And just remember that. So essentially, what we've just done is we've created a swing that works for your driver, your 3 wood, and your 5 wood. The only difference is ball position. So now you've got one swing for your driver, 3 wood, 5 wood, and then you have your swing for all your irons. So aside from chipping and putting, you've got 2 swings in the bag right now. Okay. That should help you be more consistent, contact the ball better, and keep shooting lower. So I think that's going to do it from my end. What questions do you have for me, Zach?
I think you answered a lot of the questions. I think a lot of the issues I was having, and potentially a lot of the people researching, is that I was looking at a lot of long drivers, and partially because I am built like a long driver.
Yep.
And so I was, moving my feet and trying to go too far back and shifting my hips, which it sounds like for a good golfer, I mean, keep the hips stable, go back as far as you can with straight arms, and just make good swings, because, accuracy is more important for us versus a long driver just wants to hit it as crazy far as possible, no matter where it goes, as long as it's in that football field size area. So
yeah, exactly. We got to remember we're not pros. We're looking to go out there. Would it be nice to hit it 350 straight every time? Yeah, I'd love to. But what we want to do is build a game around what we can do and what's physically possible with our bodies. And that will allow us to shoot lower scores. I've got guys that will drive at 30 yards past me, but I'm more than happy to take 30 yards off and still birdie a hole or par a hole while they're struggling with a short game and, can't get things together and end up bogeys when they shouldn't be. At the end of the day, it's the lowest strokes in the hole, not how far.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think that's awesome. I'm excited for tomorrow. Hopefully some of this practice will stick for tomorrow, but I guess my only other question is, so it doesn't matter what wood I'm using, it's always going to be that same position on the inside of my chest, right?
Yep. Like I said, the only time you're going to change that is if you find you're hitting behind the ball, then just move that ball back just a little bit.
Okay. Perfect. I've got some practice to do.
All right. Well, good luck tomorrow, Zach. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, check out Zach's page, Muscular Style. He's been helping me. Unfortunately, a little bit of a tennis elbow going on right now, so I haven't been in the gym as much as I want to. Hopefully back this week, but check out Zach's page. He can help you guys work out if you're interested as well. And then if you missed the announcement, singlelengthschool.com is up and running. You guys, if you're interested, there is a place on there where we can do lessons just like I do here with Zach every week. So check those out, and you can always check out the Our Partners page. Click on those links. That'll help support Single Length School as well. So until next week, when Zach and I get down to putting, we'll take, hope everybody stays well. Hope everybody keeps it in the fairway, and we will see you guys later.